Bonjour et bienvenue à French with Ananya. Are you still confused with when to use Passe Compos and when to use Imparfait in a sentence? Then watch the video till the end because we are going to clear all your doubts today. So let's begin with la différence entre Passe Composé et Imparfait. First difference. Passe Composé is used to talk about an action which is terminated in past. That means an action which has been completely finished in the past. For example, if I say, j'ai lu un livre hier. I read a book yesterday. Now because I read the book yesterday and the action has been finished, that's why we will be using Passe Composé here. Whereas, Imparfait is used to talk about a habitual action in the past. That means something which used to be our habit in the past or something which we used to do very frequently in past. For example, if I say, tous les jours, je lisais le journal. So because I used to read the newspaper every day in the past, that's why I'll be using Imparfait here. Second example, j'ai bu du lait hier. I drank some milk yesterday. Now, because I drank some milk yesterday and the action has been finished completely, that's why we'll be using Passe Composé here. But if I say, quand j'étais petite, je buvais du lait. When I was small, I used to drink milk every day. So because it was my habit to drink milk every day in the past when I was young, that's why we'll be using Imparfait in this case. So je buvais du lait. Next one. Passe Composé talks about a one-time action in the past or a series of actions happening one after the other. For example, if I say, hier, nous avons pris le train et nous sommes allés à Paris. Yesterday, we took the train and we went to Paris. So this is a series of actions happening one after the other. That's why we will use Passe Composé here. Nous avons pris le train, we took the train once and then we went to Paris. So this is an action which happened once and completed. In Imparfait, we use it to describe something in the past. It could be an event, it could be a person, his physical appearance or his emotions or the weather in the past. So suppose if I say, quand nous sommes allés à Paris, il faisait beau. When we went to Paris, the weather was good. So since I am describing weather in the past, here I will be using Imparfait for describing the weather only. Here I will continue to use Passe Composé because we went to Paris, when we went to Paris. Next example. J'ai rencontré mon ami hier et nous avons bu du café. Yesterday I met my friend and we drank some coffee together. So I met my friend once yesterday, so that's why I'll be using Passe Composé, and we had coffee together. So it is also an action which happened once and it's done. And it's a series of actions which happened one after the other. Now in Imparfait, when I say j'ai rencontré mon ami hier, elle avait des cheveux longs et elle était contente. So if you see here I'm describing my friend to whom I met yesterday. So she was having long hair. So that's why I've used Imparfait for the description of her. And elle était contente. So because I'm describing one of the emotion in the sentence, that's why I have used Imparfait. Next point. Passe Composé is also used to describe a certain action which happened in the past. Whereas Imparfait is used to describe the ongoing action which was interrupted in the past by this particular sudden action. I'll take the same example for both of them. Il chantait, soudain le professeur est venu. He was singing, suddenly the professor came. So, what was going on? Which action was going on? He was singing. So, when he was singing, we will be using Imparfait. But during his singing, when he was singing, this action was interrupted when the professor came. So the sudden action which interrupted the ongoing action, for that we'll be using Passe Composé, and for the action which was going on, for that we'll be using Imparfait here. Let's see another example. Il se promenait hier quand il a commencé à pleuvoir. He was taking a walk yesterday when it started raining. So what was ongoing action? He was taking a walk. So when he was taking a walk, for that particular sentence we will be using Imparfait. But this action was interrupted when it started raining. So when it started raining, this is a sudden action which interrupted this particular action. So for this we will be using Passe Compos. So basically for the sentences which uses I was or we were doing something, so for these sentences where we use was or were, the continuous action in the past, for them we are going to use Imparfait. Je regardais le film quand mon ami est venu. I was watching the film when my friend came. So what was I doing? I was watching the film. So that's why I have used Imparfait here. But when this action was interrupted by other action where my friend came. So when my friend came, this action was interrupted. So that's why I have used Passe Composé here. Even you, here I have used Passe Composé. Next one. Passe Compos is also used to talk about an action which continued for a period of time in past and now it has stopped. For example, j'ai habité 2 ans à Mumbai. I lived for 2 years in Mumbai. But now it has stopped. Imparfait can also be used to describe 2 actions happening simultaneously by 2 different subjects at the same time. For example, quand je lisais le roman, elle écoutait de la musique. When I was listening, when I was reading the novel, she was listening to the music. So here also we can use Imparfait. Now some of the keywords used in Passe Compos sentences are soudain, hier, le mois dernier, la semaine dernière, l'année dernière. And some of the keywords used in Imparfait are d'habitude, tous les jours, pendant que, habituellement, autrefois, toute la semaine, and chaque jour. So whenever you can use these words in past for Passe Composé or Imparfait. Now here's an exercise for you to practice. Check your answers at the end of the video, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. For more such videos, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.